I have come to the conclusion that one useless man is called a disgrace, that two are called a law firm, and that three or more have become a Congress. And by God, I have had this Congress for 10 years. King George and his parliament have galled and endowed these colonies with their illegal taxes, stamp acts, Townsend acts, sugar acts, tea acts. And when we dared stand up like men, they stopped our trade, seized our ships, blockaded our ports, burned our towns, and spilled our blood. And still, this Congress will not grant any of my proposals on independence, even so much as the courtesy of open debate. Good God, what in hell are they waiting for?
Sit down, John, sit down, John. For God's sake, John, sit down.
John Adams to abuse, for no sane man would tolerate it.
John, you're a bore. We've heard this before. For God's sake, John, sit down.
I say vote yes,
no.
Vote yes, no. Vote for independence. Say
open up a window.
I say vote yes.
Sit down, John.
Vote for independence. Say
will someone shut that man up?
Never! Dear God, for 1 solid year they have been sitting there. For 1 year, doing nothing. I do believe you've laid a curse on North America. A curse that we now rehearse in Philadelphia. A second flood, a simple famine, plagues of locusts everywhere, or a cataclysmic earthquake, unaccepted some despair. No, you sent us Congress. Good God, sir, was that fair? I say this with humility, Philadelphia. We're your responsibility in Philadelphia. Don't want to see us hanging on some far-off British hill, if you don't want the voice of independency forever still, then God, sir, you need to end, for Congress never will. You see, we build, twiddle, and resolve, not one damn thing we solve, build, twiddle, and resolve. Nothing's ever solved in foul, betting, fuming, bargaining for them, Philadelphia. So we're open up window. Oh, shut up!
I now call Congress's attention to a petition by Mr. Melchior Mann for the compensation of $20 for his dead mule. Seems the animal was transporting luggage in the service of Congress.
Well then, the matter would seem to be one of occasion, for if the mule died not while transporting his load, but while it was being unloaded, then most certainly it expired on its own time.
Good God! They may sit here for years and years in Philadelphia. These indecisive grenadiers of Philadelphia. They can't agree on what is right or wrong, or what is good or bad. I'm convinced the only purpose this Congress ever had was to gather here specifically to drive John John Adams mad. You see, they solve nothing. They solve little and resolve. Nothing's ever solved in foul, ready, doing, fucking, filthy Philadelphia. Oh, Abigail, Abigail, I have such a desire to knock heads together.
I know, my dearest, I know. But that's because you make everything so complicated. It's all quite simple, really. Just tell the Congress to declare independence. Then sign your name, get out of there, and hurry on to me. Our children all have dysentery. The tongue keeps turning blue. The baby has the measles, and I'm coming down with flu. They say we may get smallpox.
Oh, madam, what else is new? Abigail, in my last letter I wrote to you that the king had collected 12,000 German mercenaries against us, and I asked you to organize the ladies and maidens saltpeter for gunpowder. Have you done as I asked?
No, John, I have not.
Why have you not?
Because you neglected to tell me how saltpeter is made.
By treating sodium nitrate with potassium chloride, of course.
Oh, yes, of course.
Will it be done then?
I'm afraid we have a more urgent problem at
More
hand.
urgent, madam.
There's one thing everyone's missed in Massachusetts Bay. Don't smirk at me, you egotist pay. Heed to what I say. We've gone from Framingham to Boston, and we cannot find a pin. Don't you know there's a war on? Said the tradesman with a grin. Well, we will not make some picture until you send us pins.
Pins, madam, saltpeter.
Pins.
Saltpeter.
Pins.
Saltpeter.
Pins.
Peter.
Pins.
Peter.
Pins.
Peter.
Pins.
Oh, done, madam, done.
Done, John. Hurry home, John.
Just as soon as I'm able.
Don't stop writing. It's all that I have.
Every day, my dearest friend.
Till then, I am as I ever was and ever shall be. Yours, 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 yours.
Saltpeter, John.
Peace, Abigail.
Ah, Mr. Franklin, there you are. I can't tell you how very excited I am to have the privilege of painting your portrait. When my art professor told me that I was selected from the entire class at the University of Pennsylvania, which you helped launch, of course, I was honored beyond belief.
Well, give it your best effort and continue to get my good side.
Yes, sir. And again, it's my complete honor and privilege to have been chosen.
Yes, you've made that quite clear. Now let's get started because time waits for no man.
Yes, sir.
Franklin, where in God's name were you when I needed you?
Right here, John, being preserved for posterity. What do you think?
It stinks.
As ever, the soul attacked.
Well, the man's no Botticelli.
And the subject is no Venus.
Franklin, you heard what I suffered in there.
Heard? Of course I heard, along with half of Philadelphia. Lord John, your voice is piercing.
Well, I wish to heaven my arguments were. When are they going to make up their mind? Why, with one hand they can raise an army, dispatch one of their own to lead it, and share the news from Bunker Hill, while with the other, they wave the olive branch, begging the king for a happy and permanent reconciliation. Why, damn it, Fat George has declared us in rebellion. Why in bloody hell can't they?
John, you act as if independence is the rule. It's never been done before. No colony has ever broken from the parent stem in the history of the world.
Now, Franklin, you make us sound treasonous.
Do I?
But sir, we've just begun.
I'm afraid that's all for today, son. I'll contact the university to reschedule. In the meantime, keep honing your skills and practicing your craft, and you'll go far in this world.
Yes, sir. Thank you again for the amazing opportunity.
Treason is a term coined by the winners as an excuse to hang the losers.
Franklin, I have more to do than to stand here listening to you quote yourself.
Well, that was a new one.
Damn it, Franklin, we are at war.
Only to defend ourselves, nothing more. We expressed our displeasure. The British moved against us, and we in turn resisted. Now, our fellow congressmen want to effect a reconciliation before war actually breaks out.
Reconciliation, my derriere. The people want independence.
The people have read Mr. Paine's Common Sense. I doubt anyone in Congress has. John, why don't you give it up? Nobody listens to you. You're obnoxious and disliked.
Well, I'm not promoting John Adams. I'm promoting independence.
Well, apparently they cannot help connecting the two.
What are you suggesting?
Let someone else make the proposal.
Someone else? Never! Why? Who did you have in mind?
Oh, I don't know. I really haven't given it much thought.
You sent for me, Benjamin? Never! Oh, Johnny!
Richard, John and I need some advice.
It's mine to give, it's yours, you know that.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you. Now, as you know, our cause has stalled in Congress. Now, why do you suppose that is?
Simple. Johnny here is obnoxious and disliked.
Now, what do you think the solution should be?
Get someone else in Congress to propose.
Oh, Richard, that's brilliant. Isn't that brilliant, John?
Yes, brilliant.
Now, the question remains, who could it be? We need a man who belongs to a delegation that is already publicly committed to support our cause. And at the present time, only New Hampshire, Delaware, and Massachusetts have declared our way.
And don't forget Virginia, Benji.
Oh, Richard, I couldn't. How could I? But strictly speaking, the legislature in Williamsburg has not authorized the delegation here in Congress to vote for the cause. Now, if we could find a man from Virginia who could go down there and talk to the House of Burgesses.
Damn me if I haven't thought of someone.
Who? Me!
I did not think of that.
I'll leave tonight. Hell, I'll leave right now if you like. I'll stop off in Stratford just long enough to refresh the missus, and then straight to the matter. Virginia, the land that gave us our glorious commander-in-chief. General George Washington will now give this continent its proposal on independence. And when Virginia proposes, the South is bound to follow. And where the South goes, the middle colonies go. Gentlemen, a salute to Virginia, the mother of American independence.
Incredible. We're free. And he hasn't even left yet. What makes you so certain you can do it? Ha!
My name is Richard Henry Lee, Virginia is my home. My name is Richard Henry Lee, Virginia is my home. And may my horses turn blue if I can't deliver up you resolution on independence can't deliver, as I said, a resolution on independency.
Spoken modestly, God help us.
He will, God, he will. They say that God in heaven is everybody's God. I'll admit that God in heaven is everybody's God. But I tell you, jump and cry, God leans a little on the side of the leaves of old Virginia. You see it's here, there, everywhere, here, there, everywhere. Look out, there's Arthur Lee, Bobby Lee, and General White Horse Harry Lee, Jesse Lee, Willie Lee,
Richard H.
that's me. And may my blood stop running blue if I can't deliver up to you a resolution on independency. Yes, sir. Here, there, come on, boys, join in with me. Here, there, immediately. Here, there,
Return.
shortly. Here, there, everywhere I'll be. Here, there, everywhere I'll be.
Well, that was the most revolting display I've ever seen.
Well, they're warm-blooded people, Virginians.
Not him, Franklin, you. You and your infernal desire for deviousness. Why, if you had asked him to leave straight, he'd have been gone half an hour ago.
Oh, John, don't worry about it. At this very moment, our cause is sitting straight in the saddle, riding at full gallop for Virginia.
And our women are sorry.
Oh, good God!
Full bosom,
Full bosom.
full bosom, Benji. Everyone a queen. Why, they are these, damn it, these of old Virginia. You see, here, there, come on, John, step lively. Here, there, everywhere I'll be. Forward, forward.
Yes? I'm Dr. Lyman Hall, new delegate from Georgia. Manager McNabb, congressional custodian. Shouldn't be needing to walk anything anytime soon if you just holler out McNabb, as you'll soon hear the others do. You shouldn't have too long of a wait. Where does the Georgia delegation belong? Oh, they know about in that corner over there, sir, along with the two Carolinas. It's 10 o'clock. I was told Congress convenes at 10 o'clock. They'll be wandering in any moment now, sir, with old Greg and Guts leading the pack. Old who? Greg and Guts.
That's me if I'm wrong.
Mr. Hopkins, you'll be pleased to meet Dr. Lyman Hall.
I don't even know, Doctor. Damn it.
New delegate from Georgia.
Oh, why didn't you say so? Hello, Doctor. I'm Stephen Hopkins. Old delegate from Rhode Island. 2 bucks a roll.
I'm afraid it's a little early in the day.
Oh, nonsense, Doctor. Don't you know that rum gets a man's heart going in the morning? You should know that. I'm the oldest man in Congress, and it helps me out every day.
Ben Franklin's a lot older than you are.
Wrong! Tell me, Doctor, where does Georgia stand on the question of independence?
Well, with
South Carolina, of course.
Good morning, Ned. Shake the hand of Dr. Lyman Hall from Georgia. This here's Edward Rutledge. Whichever one of those Carolinas he says he's from. God knows I can't keep him straight.
God bless you, Dr. Hall.
your servant, Mr. Rutledge.
Doctor, now you've been the long and short of it. Ned's the young stuff. He's only 26.
Except for Ben Franklin.
Come
You're wrong, sir.
sir.
Dr. Hall, where does Georgia stand at the present time on independence?
I am here without instruction. I'm able to vote my own personal convictions.
And they are.
Personal.
Dr. Hall, as I'm sure you best know, the Deep South has always spoken with one voice. It is traditional, and most of all, it is historical. Enter the Delaware delegates. Stride, jump down.
Speak plain, Rutledge. You know I can't understand any of your damn French.
Latin, Colonel McGee. A tribute to the eternal peace and harmony of the Delaware delegation.
What do you mean, man? You know perfectly well that neither Rodney nor I can stand this little war.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Lyman Hall, Georgia. Caesar Rodney, George Reed, and Colonel Thomas McKee.
Where do you stand on independence, sir?
With South Carolina, it seems.
Gentlemen, I need the doctor to go. Excellent company, thank you.
Tell me, sir, are you a doctor of medicine or theology?
Both, Mr. Rodney. Which one can be observed?
By all means, a physician first. Then we shall see about theology.
I will call at your convenience, sir.
I trust Caesar that when you're through trying to convert the man to independency, that you'll give the opposition a fair crack at him.
Ah, John, you're too late. Once I get them, they're got. Dr. Lyman Hall, Georgia. Mr. John Dickerson of Pennsylvania.
Honor, sir.
Your servant.
Oh, excuse me, Judge Wilson. But how can anyone expect to see you if you insist on standing in Mr. Dickerson's shadow? James Wilson, also of Pennsylvania.
Sir. An honor.
Morning, all. Morning.
Good Lord. Do you have the honor of being Dr. Benjamin Franklin?
Yes, I do have that honor, and unfortunately, the gout accompanies the honor.
Been a little too high on the hog again, Patsy?
Stephen, I only hope King George feels like my big toe all aboard.
McNair, fetch Dr. Franklin a stool and 2 more mugs of rum.
Well, Franklin, where's that idiot Lee? I don't see him.
John, please, soften. Your voice is hurting my foot.
One more day, Franklin. That's how long I'll remain silent. And not go longer with that strutting popinjay is so damn sure of himself. He's had time to bring back 1,000 proposals by now.
Tell me, James, how do you explain the strange and monumental quietude treated to Congress for the past 30 days?
Well, if you ask me,
Could it be that the air, the ill wind of independency has finally blown out? Now tell me, how? I think that a month without the New England noise is more therapeutic than a month in the country. Wouldn't you agree, James?
I think
Ah, Mr. Adams, pray, sir, look for your voice. It can't have gone far, sir. And we need the entertainment in this Congress.
Congratulations, John. You just made your first contribution toward independence. You kept your mouth shut.
One more day, Franklin.
Gentlemen, the usual festivities concluded, I will now call this Congress to order. Mr. Thompson.
The Second Continental Congress, meeting in the city of Philadelphia, 7th of June, 1776, is now in session.
Mr. McNair, the stores of rum and other drinking spirits are closed to the colony of Rhode Island for a period of 3 days.
John, you can't do that.
Sit down, Mr. Hopkins. You've abused the privilege. I would like to take this moment to introduce Dr. Lyman Hall of Georgia. This conference, and hope that he'll make the best of it. My God, it's hot. The secretary will read the roll.
All members present with the following exceptions. Mr. Samuel Adams of Massachusetts, Mr. Budget Gwinnett of Georgia, Mr. George White, and Mr. Richard Henry Lee of Virginia, and the entire delegation of New Jersey.
I'm concerned of the absence of 1/13 of this colony. Where is New Jersey?
Somewhere between New York and Pennsylvania.
Thank you very much. Dr. Frank, have you heard anything? Your son resides there.
Son? What son?
The royal governor of New Jersey, sir.
Well, as that term would be explaining why we're not in town in touch at the moment.
Yes, very well. The weather report. Mr. Jefferson of Virginia. Mr. Jefferson.
President, sir.
The weather report, please, as if it weren't speaking for itself.
87 degrees temperature, 30.06 inches mercury, wind from the southwest for the rest of the day, and tonight I'm leaving for home.
No, on business, family.
Give her a good fart for me, young man.
Yes, sir, I will.
From the commander, Army of United Colonies in New York, dispatch number 1137. To the Honorable Congress, John Hancock, President, dear sir. It is with grave apprehension that I have learned this day, sailing from Halifax, Nova Scotia, of a considerable force of British troops in the company of foreign mercenaries and under the command of General Sir William Howe. There can be no doubt that their destination is New York, for to take and hold this city and the Hudson Valley beyond, which is serve to separate New England from the other colonies, permitting both sections to be crushed in turn. Sadly, I see no way of stopping them at the present time, as my army is absolutely falling apart. My military chest is totally exhausted. My commissionary general has strained his credit to last. My quartermaster has no food, no arms, no ammunition, and my troops are in a state of near mutiny. I pray God some relief arrives before the Armada, but fear it will not. Your obedient G. Washington.
Mr. President,
Colonel McKean.
surely we have managed to promote the gloomiest man on this continent to the head of our troops. Those dispatches are the worst accumulation of doom, disaster, and despair in the entire annals of military history. And furthermore, King George is a bad tyrant.
Colonel McKean.
Yes.
It's too hot.
Yes, I suppose it is.
General Washington will continue sending his dispatches as he sees fit. We pray that in times coming ahead, there'll be a happier note. Mr. Thompson, are there any resolutions?
Dr. Josiah Bartlett of New Hampshire.
Thank you, Mr. President. Resolved that for the present duration of war hostilities, the Congress discourage every type of extravagance and dissipation, elaborate funerals, and other expensive diversions, especially all horse racing.
Certainly. Mr. President, I have just returned from Virginia with the following resolution. Resolved that these united colonies are, and of right ought to be, free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is, and ought to be, totally dissolved.
Mr. President, I second the motion.
The resolution has been proposed and seconded. The chair will now entertain debate.
Mr. President, Pennsylvania moves as always that the question of independence be postponed indefinitely.
I second the motion.
Mr. President, Judge Wilson, in your eagerness to be loved, you have forgotten that you cannot second your own motion.
Delaware seconds. Sit down, you little roaster. I'll knock you down.
The motion to postpone. The motion to postpone has been moved and seconded. Mr. Thompson?
On the motion to postpone indefinitely the resolution of independency or proceed with debate, all those in favor say yea. All those for postponement say nay. New Hampshire.
New Hampshire favors debate and says yay.
New Hampshire says yay. Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, having borne the brunt of the king's tyranny.
Oh, sit down, John. Sit down.
Massachusetts now and for all time says yay.
Massachusetts says yay. Rhode Island. Rhode Island, Mr. Hopkins.
He's out visiting the necessary.
After what Rhode Island's consumed, I can't say that I'm surprised. We'll come back to him, Mr. Thompson.
Rhode Island passes. Connecticut.
While Connecticut, until now, has opposed this proposal, our legislature has instructed me that in the event it is introduced by any colony outside of New England, Connecticut can no longer withhold its support. Connecticut says yay.
Connecticut says yay. New York.
New York abstains courteously.
New York abstains.
Courteously.
New Jersey.
Absent, Mr. Secretary.
Oh, right, okay. Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania for the 24th time says nay.
Pennsylvania says nay. Delaware.
Delaware, as ever for independence, says yay.
Delaware says yay. Maryland.
Maryland would welcome independence if it were given, but we're highly skeptical it can be taken. Maryland says nay.
Maryland says nay. Virginia.
Virginia, the first colony, says yay.
Virginia says yay. North Carolina.
North Carolina respectfully yields to South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Mr. President, although we in South Carolina have never seriously considered the thought of independence, when a gentleman proposes it, I suppose attention must be paid. However, we in the Deep South, unlike our friends in New England, have no cause for impatience at the present time. But for the time being, South Carolina will wait and watch. The vote is nay.
South Carolina says nay.
North Carolina.
North Carolina says nay. I know this is Georgia.
Mr. Secretary, Georgia seems to be split on this issue. The people are against it, and I'm for it. and I'm still uncertain whether representing the people means to rely on their opinion or my own. So until I can figure it out, I'm going to have to lean a little toward their side. Georgia says nay.
Georgia says nay. Rhode Island. Second call, Rhode Island. We're waiting on you, Mr. Hopkins.
Hold your damn horses! You would think Congress would have its own privy. So where does she stand?
5 for debate, 5 for postponement, and 1 abstention.
So it's up to me, is it? Well, I'll tell you, in all my years, I never heard, nor smelled, nor saw a topic that I couldn't talk about. Hell yeah! I believe we should debate it. Rhode Island says yay!
McNabb, get Mr. Hopkins a rum. But you said get him the whole damn barrel if he wants it. The chair now declares this Congress a committee of the whole for the purpose of debating Virginia's resolution on independence. Mr. Dickinson.
Well now, you've gotten your way at last, Mr. Adams. Matter may now be discussed. There is one question that I've been itching to ask. Why?
Why what, Mr. Dickinson?
Why independence, Mr. Adams?
For the obvious reason that our continued association with Great Britain has grown intolerable.
To whom, sir? To you? Well, then I suggest you sever your ties immediately. I myself have no problem being part of the greatest nation on earth, sharing in her protections and enjoying the benefits.
Benefits? What benefits? Crippling taxes? Cruel repressions? Abolished rights?
Is that all that England means to you, sir? Is that all that the finest nation on the earth, the noblest, most civilized nation, the nation that bore you, sir? You have your petty little complaints. I know you have. Now, sir, please tell me, would you have us forsake Hastings and Magna Carta? Would you have us forsake Strongbow and Lionheart? Would you have us forsake Drake and Marlborough, Tudors, Stuarts, Plantagenets, sir? And what? Tell me, sir, for what? For you? Some men are patriots like General Washington. And some are anarchists like Mr. Penn. Some are even internationalists like Dr. Franklin. But you, sir, you are merely an agitator, stirring up the world, endangering the public, and for what? For your petty, little, personal complaints. My taxes are too high. Well, sir, so am I. Sir, with all of the abolishments, with all of this rebellion, are these the acts of Englishmen?
Not Englishmen, Dickinson. Americans.
No, sir. Englishmen!
Please, Mr. Dickinson, must you start banning? How's a man to get any sleep?
Forgive me, Dr. Franklin, but must you stop speaking? How are these men to stay awake?
I can assure you, Mr. Dickinson, if I'm to be regarded as an Englishman, I would much rather remain asleep.
And what is so terrible about being called English? English do not mind.
Nor would I, if I were given the rights of an Englishman. But not to be given those rights and called one is like calling an ox a bull. He's thankful for the honor, but would much rather have restored what is his.
When did you noticed they were missing, sir. Fortunately, Dr. Franklin, the people regard their mother country with a much, much higher regard.
Higher for them than her. Never has a more valuable possession been so recklessly and stupidly managed than this continent by the British Crown. Our industry discouraged, our resources pillaged, even our very character has been stifled. Mr. Dickinson, we started a new race here. More simple, more violent, rougher, more refined, less refined, and more enterprising. We started a new nationality here, Mr. Dickinson. We need a new nation.
That may be your opinion, Dr. Franklin. But as I said, the people feel quite different.
What do you know about the people, Dickinson? You don't speak for the people. You speak only for yourself. And the precious status quo that you keep employing the people to preserve for their good is nothing more than the eternal preservation of your own property.
Mr. Adams, you have an annoying talent for using such wonderful words as property and making them sound so distasteful. For heaven's sake, what is wrong with property? I remind you, sir, that many of us came to these shores first for the rights to property, and we hold those rights no less dear than those you speak of.
So safe, so fast, so comfortable in Pennsylvania.
What is this independence of yours, except the private grievance of Massachusetts? Why is it always Boston that breaks the king's peace? Sir, tell me why. Why? I tell you why. This proposal is of the devil. This is an evil matter, and it needs to stay. It belongs and should stay in New England.
Brother Dickinson, New England has been fighting the devil for over 100 years.
And as of now, Brother Sherman, the devil has been winning hands down. In fact, he is here in this Congress today. I urge you, gentlemen, do not follow this man. Do not follow this proposal. Do not follow just a minute. It may bear the name of Virginia, but it reeks of Adams, and more Adams. Do not follow him down. This fiery, he's taking the entire continent.
Good God! Why can't you acknowledge what already exists? It has been more than a year since Concord in Lexington. We are at war right now!
You, sir, you are at war. You and Boston, but you will never speak for Pennsylvania.
Nor for Delaware.
Mr. Reed, you represent only 1/3 of Delaware.
The sensible third, Mr. Riley. You would, you little weasel!
Sit down! All three of you. McDare, do something about these damn flies. Open a window.
Give me a rum.
The flies first.
A rum.
I've only got you in.
Good God, it's hot. Please do a old gentleman. You're making the only breeze in Philadelphia.
Mr. Adams, perhaps you can answer me a question. Once we have achieved independence, who do you propose to govern South Carolina?
The people, of course.
Which people, Mr. Adams? The people of South Carolina or the people of Massachusetts?
Face it, Daddy. You're not for independence now, and you never will be.
You refuse to understand, Mr. Gentleman. We desire independence, yes, for South Carolina. That is our country, and as such, we don't wish it to belong to anyone. Not to England, and certainly not to you.
We intend to be one nation, but
A nation of sovereign states, Mr. Adams, united for our personal protection, but separate for our personal endeavors. That is what we've understood it to be, and that is what we will support, as soon as everyone supports it.
certain of who we are, how we react to one another. For if we don't understand the true nature of this beast before we unleash it, then certainly it may end up consuming us all.
For once in your life, Wilson, take a chance. I say the time is now, and it may never come again.
Your clock is fast, Mr. Adams. I survey not yet right for independence.
Not right! Dadgummit, we're running for more of it!
Gentlemen, please, what in God's name is the infernal hurry? Why does this have to be settled now?
And what is wrong with now, Mr. Chase?
Well, currently, General Washington is in defeat. If he is defeated, as it now appears, then we're all inviting the hangman. But if by some miracle he would win, well, then we can declare anything we please.
Instruments of North Carolina precisely.
Has it occurred to either of you men that an army needs something in order to win? A cause, a purpose, a flag of its own.
Mr. Adams, how can a nation of only 2 million souls stand up to an empire of 10 million? Think of it, 10 million! How can we compensate for that shortage?
It's simple, Mr. Chase. Increase and multiply.
And how is that?
We will more than compensate, Mr. Chase, with spirit. I tell you, there's a spirit out there among the people that is sadly lacking in this Congress.
Yes, of course, now it's spirit. Why didn't I think of that? No army, no navy, no arms, no ammunition, no treasury, no friends. But bless our soul, spirit. Gentlemen, Mr. Hopkins, Mr. Lee, Dr. Franklin, why have you joined this incendiary man, this Boston radical, this demagogue, this madman?
You call me a madman, you villain! Your Pennsylvania proprietors, you cool, considerate men, you always stand to the rear on every issue so that if we should go under, you'll be sure to remain afloat.
Are you calling me
coward? Yes, coward! Madman! Landlord! Lawyer!
This is the Congress! Don't let us say! The enemy is out there!
No, Mr. Rodney, the enemy is here!
No! No! He's out there! England! England! Closing in! Cutting off all air! There's no more time! There's no air! Thomas!
Caesar! Caesar! Dr. Hall! Dr. Hall!
Colonel McKee,
It's the cancer.
he should go home.
Yes, a man should die in his own bed. John!
I'm here, Caesar.
I leave you a divided Delaware. Forgive me.
I'll take you home, Caesar. John, I'll be back within the week.
Mr. President, South Carolina calls the question.
Wait, what? No.
What's that, Mr. Rutledge?
I said, Mr. President, we would like to end this debate and call the question of independence.
No!
Delaware second.
Call the question! Yes!
Gentlemen, please. Question has been called and seconded.
Franklin,
Mr. Thompson, you will record the vote.
do something. Think.
Thinking, but nothing's coming.
All those in favor of the resolution on independency as proposed by the colony of Virginia,
Mr.
signify.
Secretary, would you please read the resolution again?
Oh, gosh.
I've forgotten it.
Oh, come now.
Resolved that these united colonies are and of right ought to be free and independent states.
I beg your pardon. I'm the Reverend John Witherspoon, new delegate from New Jersey. Dr. Franklin, I regret I must inform you that your son, the royal governor of New Jersey, is taken prisoner and has been moved under guard to the colony of Connecticut.
Is he unharmed?
When last I heard, he was, yes, sir.
Oh, I have a long face. I hear Connecticut is a wonderful location. Why did they arrest the little bastard? Our New Jersey delegation has recalled the old Congress delegation and has sent a new one.
Quickly, man. Where do you stand on independence?
Well, haven't I made that clear?
No.
No, I suppose I haven't, but that was the reason for the change. We have been instructed to vote for independence.
Mr. President, Massachusetts is now ready for the vote on independence and reminds the chair of its privilege to decide all votes that are deadlocked.
I won't forget, Mr. Adams.
The chair would like to welcome Reverend Witherspoon and appoint him as a congressional chaplain if he would accept the post.
With much pleasure, sir.
Very well. Mr. Thompson, proceed with the vote on independence.
All those in favor of the resolution on independence as proposed by the colony of Virginia, signify by saying,
Mr. President, Pennsylvania moves that any vote in favor of independency must be unanimous.
What?
I second the motion.
Judge Wilson!
Oh, my God. Delaware seconds, Mr. President.
No votes ever have to be unanimous, Dickinson, and you know it.
Yes, this one must be
On what grounds?
that no colony be severed from her mother country without her consent.
The vote will never be unanimous, damn it.
As you say, sir.
it has been moved and seconded that the vote on independency must be unanimous in order to carry. All those in favor say yay.
Yay!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 colonies say yay. All those opposed say nay.
Nay!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 colonies say nay.
Mr. Secretary, New York abstains courteously.
Mr. Morris, why does New York consistently abstain? Why doesn't New York just simply stay in New York? Very well, the vote is tied. There can be no greater advocate for independency in this Congress than the President. And that is the reason that I must join those who vote for unanimity.
Yeah! Done!
Hear me out. It's just one colony opposes independence. We'll be putting brother against brother. This new nation will carry its emblem as the mark of Cain. I can see no other way. Either we walk together, or together we stay where we are. Proceed, Mr. Thompson.
A unanimous vote being necessary to carry, if any opposed to the resolution on independency by the colony of Virginia, signified by saying,
Mr. President.
"Oh, for heaven's sake, leave business this once!"
Mr. President, I move for a postponement.
Postponement? Ah, I wish you the same luck that I had with us.
Yes, postponement.
On what grounds?
On what grounds?
Oh, well, Mr. President, you know, how can this Congress be expected to vote on independence without some sort of declaration explaining it?
What kind of declaration?
Well, you know, listing the reasons for the separation and our goals and aims and so on and so forth, etc., etc.
Ditto.
Don't we? We know those, don't we?
Oh, yes, of course we know them, but what about the rest of the world? Surely we require the aid of a powerful nation, such as France, Spain, and it would be consistent with European delicacy.
Come now, Mr. Adams, you must do better than that. Answer straight. What would be its purpose?
To place before mankind the common sense of the subject, in words so plain and firm as to command their assent.
Mr. Jefferson, are you seriously suggesting that we publish a paper claiming to the whole world that our illegal rebellion is, in fact, a legal one?
Mr. Dickinson, you should know better. Any rebellion that is legal is always referred to as our rebellion. It's only illegal in the third person when it was called their rebellion. Mr. President, I make a motion that we postpone the vote on independence, giving sufficient time to have a declaration ready.
It has been moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary.
All those in favor of the motion to postpone, signify by saying, yay!
Yay!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 colonies say yay! Against!
Yay!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 colonies say nay!
Mr. Secretary, New York abstains courteously.
Mr. Morris, what in the hell goes on in New York?
Mr. President, the simple fact is that our legislature has never given us explicit instructions on anything.
Never? That's impossible.
Have you ever been to a meeting of our legislature? They talk very loud and very fast, and nobody listens to anything that anybody else says, with the result that nothing ever gets done. My apologies to Congress.
My sympathies, Mr. Morris. The vote again being tied, the chair decides in favor of postponement.
Hear, hear!
So ruled. A committee will now be formed to manage the declaration. Said document will be written, debated, and approved by the beginning of July. 3 weeks hence, the resolution of independence of Virginia will finally be voted. Am I understood? Very well. Will the following gentlemen please serve on the Declaration Committee? Dr. Franklin.
Of course.
Mr. Adams.
With pleasure.
Mr. Sherman.
Definitely.
Mr. Livingston.
Yes.
And of course, Mr. Lee.
Excuse me, Mr. President, but I have been asked to serve as governor of the sovereign country of Virginia, so therefore I must respectfully decline.
Very well, Mr. Lee. You're excused.
Forward, ho!
I suppose we can leave it at a 4-man committee?
Mr. President, this business needs a Virginian. Therefore, I propose a replacement. Mr. Thomas Jefferson.
No, Mr. Adams, no.
Very well, Mr. Adams.
I'm going home too.
Mr. Jefferson, no, sir.
No, wait.
Move to adjourn.
Moved and seconded. Any objections?
Yes, I have objections.
So ruled. Congress stands adjourned.
All right, gentlemen, let's get on with it. Which one of us is going to write our Declaration on Independence?
Mr. If you should write it to your legal mind and brilliance, we defer.
Is that so? Well, if I'm the one to do it, they'll run their tokens through it. I'm obnoxious and disliked. You know that, sir.
Yes, I do.
Then I say you should write it, Franklin. Yes, you.
Hell no.
Yes, you, Dr. Franklin.
Mr. Adams, but Mr. Adams, the things I write are merely language extemporánea. I don't put politics on paper, it's a mania. So I refuse to use a pen in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania, refuse to use the pen.
Mr. Sherman, I say you should write it. You are never controversial, as it were.
That is true.
Whereas if I'm the one to do it, they'll run their tokens through it. I'm obnoxious and disliked. You know that, sir.
Yes, I do.
Then I say you should write it, Roger. Yes, you.
Good heavens, no.
Yes, you, Roger Sherman.
Mr. Adams, but Mr. Adams, I cannot write any style of proper etiquette. I don't know a preposition from a predicate. I am just a simple cobbler from Connecticut. Connecticut, a simple cobblery.
Mr. Livingston, maybe you should write it. You have many friends and you're a diplomat. Whereas if I want to do it, they'll run their tokens through it.
He's obnoxious and disliked. Did you know that?
I hadn't heard. Then I say you should write it, Robert. Yes, you.
Not me, Johnny.
Yes, you, Robert Livingston. Mr. Adams, dear Mr. Adams, I'm in the city with a new stand by the river. So I'm going home to celebrate popcorn with all the Livingstons together back in old New York. New York, Livingston from Well, Mr. Jefferson.
Mr. Adams, leave me alone.
Mr. Jefferson.
Mr. Adams, I beg of you, it's been 6 months since I've
And
been
we solemnly declare that we will preserve our liberties, being with one mind resolved to die free men, rather than to live slaves. Thomas Jefferson, on the necessity of bearing arms, 1775, magnificent. You write 10 times better than any man in Congress, including me. For a man of only 33 years, you possess a happy talent for composition and a remarkable felicity of expression. Now, Mr. Jefferson, will you be a patriot or a lover?
A lover.
No!
I burn, Mr. A.
So do I, Mr. J.
You do?
John!
Who'd have thought it?
Mr. Jefferson, dear Mr. Jefferson, I'm only 41, I still have my virility. And I can romp your Cupid's grove with great agility. But life is more than sexual combustibility. Combustibility. Quiet!
me, Mr. A.
Ah! Yes! By physical force if necessary. It's your duty. It's your duty, damn it.
Mr. Adams. Damn you, Mr. Adams. You're obnoxious and disliked that cannot be denied. Once again you stand between me and my lovely bride. Lovely bride! Oh, Mr. Adams, you are driving me to homicide! Homicide!
Quiet! Now the choice is yours, Mr. Jefferson. Do as you like with it. We may see. Jefferson! It's been a week. Are you finished? Can I see it? There comes a time in the lives of men when it becomes necessary to advance from that subordination in which they have hitherto met. This is terrible. Oh, where's the rest of it? You mean to say it isn't finished?
No, sir, I mean to say it's not begun.
A whole week. The entire earth was created in a week.
Someday you must tell me how you did it.
Look at him, Franklin. Virginia's most famous lover.
Virginia stings.
Cheer up, Franklin. I mean, Jefferson. Get out of the dumps and get back to work. Franklin, tell him to get back to work.
He's asleep.
Hello, darling.
Well, hello. And whose little girl are you?
His wife. I hope.
Think so.
Well, because I sent for it.
What?
It simply occurred to me that the sooner his problem was over, the sooner our problem was over.
Good thinking, John. Good thinking.
Madam, may I present myself? Adams, John Adams. John Adams and Dr. Franklin. The inventor of the stove. Jefferson, would you kindly introduce me to your wife? She is your wife.
Of course she is, John. Look at how they fit. Come along, John. Come along.
Come along. Come along? But there's work to be done.
Obviously.
Good God, you mean they're going to, in the middle of the afternoon?
Not everyone's from Boston.
Incredible!
Good night, John.
Oh, Franklin, are you hungry?
Well,
I hear the turkey's fresh at the city tavern.
Well, John, you see, I have a rendezvous, and I'd ask you along, but talking makes her nervous.
Oh, good heavens! Oh, Abigail, Abigail, I'm very lonely, Abigail.
Are you, John? Then as long as you were sending for wives, why didn't you send for your own?
Don't be unreasonable, Abigail.
Now I'm unreasonable. Just add that to your list.
List?
The catalog of your faults that you included in your last letter.
They were fondly intended, madam.
That I play cards badly.
A compliment.
That my posture is crooked.
An endearment.
That I read, write, and think too much.
An irony.
That I am pigeon-toed?
Well, I'm afraid you are pigeon-toed. Come to Philadelphia, Abby. Please come.
You know I want to, but it's not possible. The children have the measles.
Yes, so you wrote. Tom and little Abby.
Only now is Quincy and Charles. It appears the farm in Braintree is failing. The chicken and geese have all died. The apples didn't survive the late frost. How do you suppose she managed to get away?
Well, the winters are softer in Virginia.
And their women, John?
Fit for Virginians, madam, with pale, puny things beside New England girls.
John, I thank you for that.
How goes it with you, Abby?
Not well at all. I live like a nut in a cloister, solitary celibate. I hate you. And you, John?
I live like a monk in an abbey. Ditto, I hate it.
Write to me with sentimental effusion. Let me revel in romantic illusion.
You still smell of vanilla and spring air, and is my favorite lover's pillow still firm and fair.
What was there, John? Still is there, John. Come soon as you can to my cloister. I've forgotten the feel of your hand.
Soon, madam, we shall walk in Cupid's grove together, and we'll fondly survey that promised land. Till then, I am as I ever was and ever shall be.
Good morning, John. Sorry I'm late. I was up till all hours last night. What are you doing down here? I thought you'd be up there cracking the whip.
I haven't been here long. The shutters are still closed.
So they are. Well, you know what the French say.
Oh, spare me your bawdy mind first thing in the morning, Franklin. Dare we call?
A congressman dares anything. Go ahead.
Me? Me?
Well, your voice is more piercing, John.
Oh, maybe we better come back later.
What?
Well, it's positively indecent.
John, they're young and they're in love.
Not them, Franklin. Us, standing out here, waiting for them to. What will people think?
I wouldn't worry, John. I think the history books will clean it up.
Well, it doesn't matter. I won't be mentioned in the history books. Only you. Franklin did this. Franklin did that. Franklin did some other damn thing. Franklin smote the ground, and out sprang George Washington, fully grown and on his horse. Franklin then electrified him with his miraculous lightning rod, and the three of them, Franklin, Washington, and his horse, conducted the entire revolution by themselves.
I like it. John, look at her. Just look at her.
Oh, I am.
She's even more magnificent than I remember. Of course, we didn't see her front last night. Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
Is it the habit in Philadelphia for strangers to shout at ladies from the street?
Well, no, madam, it isn't, but you see me.
And for men of your age, not only is it unseemly, it's unsightly.
Madam, we met last evening.
I spoke to no one last evening.
That's true, madam, but we did present ourselves. This is Mr. John Adams, and I'm Dr. Benjamin Franklin, the inventor of the stove.
Oh yes, I know your names very well. But you say you presented yourselves?
It's of no matter, madam. Your thoughts were well taken elsewhere.
My husband is not yet up.
Would you like to come down and join us, and we can start over?
Yes, of course.
Franklin. She's beautiful.
Yes, she is. I thought you said Virginia women were puny and frail.
Well, I suppose there is an exception.
I would hope so. I think we're looking at it.
I do hope she's encouraging him to write something.
She's encouraging something.
Perhaps she'll bring it out and we can get a little preview.
No.
I'm sure it's written something.
I hope so. But how can he write about independence married to her? Doesn't seem possible.
I beg you to forgive me. It is an honor meeting the two greatest men in America.
Well, the two greatest men within earshot anyway.
I'm not an idle flatterer, Dr. Franklin, but my husband admires you both greatly.
Well, we're doubly honored because we admire what your husband admires.
Did you sleep well last night, madam? Oh, I mean, did you lie comfortably? Damn! You know what I mean.
Yes, John, we do. Tell us a little about yourself, madam. We've had very little information. What is your first name?
Martha.
Martha. I'm afraid your husband should have told us that. He doesn't say an awful lot.
Your husband is the most silent man in Congress. I've never heard him utter 3 sentences together.
Not everyone's a talker, John.
It is true, you know. Tom is not a talker. Though he never speaks his passions, he never speaks his views. Whereas other men speak volumes, the man I love is you. In truth, I can't recall being moved with words at all. Even
Go on, madam.
Yes. How did you meet? And how does he hold on to such a family as you?
As you know, Tom is a man of many accomplishments. Author, lawyer, former architect, statesman, and yet one more that I hesitate to mention.
Don't hesitate, madam. Don't hesitate.
Blaze the violin, he tucks it right under his chin, and he blows, oh he blows, for he knows, yes he knows, that it's high till down, twixt my heart all is built, like strings unstrung. I We dance.
Dance? Who's playing the violin?
Oh, John, you can dance.
Not everybody's from Philadelphia, Franklin. Heaven's sake. He's done it, Franklin. He's done it. He's written something. Dear Mr. Adams, I am taking my wife back to bed. Kindly go away, your obedient T. Jefferson. Incredible!
It's obvious now. I should have written the declaration. After all, at my age, the pen is mightier than the sword.
For it's high, 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 diddle, diddle.
And God bless the man who can fiddle.
And independency. High, 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 high. Yada-da-da-da. Through eternity. Plays the violin. He plays the violin. He plays the violin. He plays the violin.
And what follows is a complete and up-to-date list of the committees of this Congress now sitting, about to sit, or just having been sat. A committee formed to investigate a complaint against the quality of yeast against Mr. Henry Pendleton's mill, designated as the Yeast Committee. A committee formed to consider the most effective method of dealing with spies, designated as the Spies Committee. A committee formed to think, perhaps to do, but in any case to gather, to meet, to confer, to talk, and perhaps even to resolve that each rifle regiment be accompanied by one drum and one fife, designated as the Drum and Fife Committee. A committee formed to...
Look at it, democracy. That which Plato called charming form of government, full of variety and dishonor. And if you Plato had been to Philadelphia.
McNabb, close that damn window. Too many flies in here.
Hey, Finn,
save everybody here a whole lot of time and effort, considering the epidemic of bad disposition that's been going around lately. Read. Dear sir, you are without any doubt a rogue, a rascal, a villain, a thief, a scoundrel, and a mean, dirty, stinking, sniveling, sneaking, pimping, pocket-picking, thrice double damn no good son of a bitch. And you sign your name. What do you think?
Stephen, I'll take a dozen right now.
Oh, here it is. A committee formed to answer all congressional correspondence, designated as the Congressional Correspondence Committee.
All right, Franklin, enough socializing.
Good morning, John.
What? Oh, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Now, let's get to it.
Get to what?
Unanimity, of course. Look at that board. 6 nays to win over in little more than a week.
A committee formed to consider the problem of counterfeit money, designated as the Counterfeit Money Committee.
Any word from Rodney?
Yes, McKean is back.
Ah, McKean.
A committee formed to investigate our military defeat in Canada, designated as the Military Defeat Committee.
How did you leave Rodney? Is he alive?
The journey was fearful hard on him. He never complained, but I could tell he was suffering.
But you got him home safely.
I did, but I doubt he'll ever leave the house again.
Oh, well, that leaves you and Reed split down the middle. Will you come over?
I don't know. Reed is a stubborn little snot.
Then work at him. Wear him down.
Face facts, John. Look for yourself. Maryland, Pennsylvania, the entire South. It's hopeless.
It's hopeless if we stand around here complaining about it. Now get to work. 1 foot in front of the other.
There's a simpler way to break the tie. I'm going to go talk to Reed right now.
Okay, John, who's first?
A committee formed to keep secrets, designated as the Secrets Committee.
Pennsylvania and Maryland. I say you put your own house in order, and I'll take a crack at old Bacon Face. Mr. Chase. Mr. Chase. When are you coming to your senses?
Please, Mr. Adams, not while I'm eating.
Judge Wilson. Judge Wilson, it's time to assert yourself. When you are a judge, how the hell did you make any decisions?
My decisions were based on legality and precedence. But there is no legality here, and certainly not any precedent.
That's because it's a new idea, you clot. We're making up our own precedents.
No, Mr. McKean. No, no, no.
Damn your eyes, Reed. You came into the world saying no, and you're determined to leave it the same way.
Congress is waiting on you, Mr. Chase. America's waiting on you, Mr. Chase. The whole world is waiting on you, Mr. Chase. Oh, what's that? Pork rind?
Leave me alone, Mr. Adams. Please. If I thought by any chance that we could win, I would be in the first one in the ranks. But you must understand, it's impossible. You have heard all of General Washington's dispatches. His army's falling apart.
General Washington is exaggerating the situation in order to arouse this torpid Congress into action. Why, as president of the War Committee, I can tell you for a fact that the Army has never been in better shape. Never have troops been more cheerful. Never have soldiers been more resolute. Never have discipline and training been more spirited. Never have... Oh, good God!
ears, gentlemen. Mr. Thompson has a dispatch.
From the Commander, Army of the United Colonies, in New York, dispatch number 1157, to the Honorable Congress, John Hancock, President. Dear Sir, it is with the utmost despair that I must report to you the confusion and disorder that reign in every department.
Please, Jesus.
The Continental soldier is as nothing ever seen in this or any other century. He is a misfit, ignorant of hygiene, disruptive, disorderly, and totally disrespectful of rank. Only this last is understandable, as there is an incredible reek of stupidity amongst the officers. The situation is most desperate at the New Jersey training ground in New Brunswick, where every able-bodied whore
There must be someone.
in the colonies has assembled. There are constant reports of drunkenness, desertion, foul language, naked bathing in the Raritan River, and an epidemic of the French disease. I have declared the town off limits to all military personnel, with the exception of officers. I beseech the Congress to dispatch the War Committee to this place in the hope of restoring some of the order and discipline we need to survive. Your obedient, G. Washington.
Ah, the man would depress a hyena.
Well, Mr. Adams, you're chairman of the War Committee. Are you ready for drinking, whoring, and desertion in New Brunswick?
There must be some mistake. I have an aunt who lives in New Brunswick.
You must tell her to keep up the good work. Come, Mr. Adams. You must see that it's hopeless. Let us recall General Washington and disband the Continental Army before we are overwhelmed.
The English would like that, wouldn't they?
Why don't you ask them yourself? They'll be here in a minute.
When they hang you, Mr. Adams, put in a good word.
Face facts, Mr. Adams. A handful of drunk and disorderly recruits against the entire British Army. How can we ever hope to win? How can we even hope to survive?
Tell me this, Chase. If you thought that we could beat the Redcoats, would you and Maryland support independence?
I suppose.
No, supposing now, Chase. Would you or wouldn't you?
Very well, Mr. Adams. Yes, we would.
Then come with me to New Brunswick and see for yourself.
John, are you mad?
John, you heard what Washington said. It's a shambles up there.
You're pushing you into it, Johnny.
Oh, what do you say, Mr. Chase? And how about you, Mr. Carroll?
Go ahead, friends. Sounds lively as hell up there.
All right, then. Why not? Perhaps it'll be John Adams who comes to his senses. What do you think about Charles?
Very possible, sir.
Mr. President, sorry. You were saying?
Nothing.
Mr. President, the War Committee will heed General Washington's request. Party consisting of Mr. Chase and Mr. Carroll, Dr. Franklin, and myself will leave immediately.
Is that satisfactory to you, Dr. Franklin?
Franklin, we're going to New Brunswick.
Like hell I am. What for?
The whoring and the drinking! Come along, Mr. Chase, move all that lard. Mr. Carroll, one foot in front of the other. Left, right, left, right, left.
Mr. McNair, there's a rather foul foulness in the air with all this talk of independence. My distinguished fellows and I would appreciate it if you would open some windows.
Close the window, open the window, open the window, close the window. Jesus.
Open the windows, Mr. Young. Yeah.
Can you see what I see? Congress sitting here in sweet serenity. I could cheer, the reason's clear. For the first time in a year, Adams isn't here. And look, the sun is in the sky, a breeze is blowing by, and there's not a single fly. I sing Hosanna, Hosanna. Hosanna, Hosanna, and it's cool. Come ye cool. Conservative men are like they will never be seen again. We have land, cash in hand, self-command, future plan. Fortune thrives, society survives in meteoric lives with well-endowed wives. Come sing Hosanna, Hosanna. In our breeding and our manner, we are cool. Come ye cool. Consider it set. We'll dance together to the same minuet. To the right, ever to the right, never to the left, forever to the right. And our creed, we never to exceed regulated speed, no matter what the need. Come sing Hosanna, Hosanna. Emblazoned on our banner is He cool. Right, never to the left, forever to the right. Hands attached, tightly latch, everybody match.
I have a new dispatch from the Commander, Army of the United Colonies in New York, dispatch number 1158. To the Honorable Congress, John Hancock, President, dear sir. I awoke this morning to find that General Howe has landed 25,000 British regulars and petty mercenaries on Staten Island, and that the fleet under command of his brother, Admiral Lord Howe, controls not only the Hudson and East Rivers, but New York Harbor, which now looks like all of London afloat. I can no longer in good conscience withhold from Congress my certainty that the British military object this time is Philadelphia. Happy should I be if I could see the means of preventing them, but at present I confess I do not. However, I wish I had never seen the Continental Army. I would have done better to retire to that country and live in a wigwam. Your obedient, G. Washington.
What we do rationally. We never go off half, come not we. Why we win, we know we win, and if we not win, why bother to begin?
They say this game's not of our choosing. Why should we risk losing? We
Mr. Hancock, you're a man of property, one of us. Why do you insist on dancing with Mr. Adams? My lord, sir, you don't even like the man.
That is true. He annoys me quite a lot, but I'd still rather talk to Mr. Adams than God.
But why, sir? For personal glory, or a place in history. History will brand he and his followers as traitors.
Traitors? To what, Mr. Dickinson? The British crown or the British half-crown? Fortunately, there are not enough men of property in America to dictate policy.
Perhaps not, sir. But a man would rather have the opportunity of being healthy than face the reality of being poor. That is why they will follow us to the right, never to the right, never to the left, forever to the right. Where there's gold, on the rock they will hold, the Christian is old, we love to behold. Say Hosanna, Hosanna, in a sane and lucid manner, we are cool. We're the cool, and sacred men, whose life will never ever be seen. We have land, cash in hand, self-command, future plan, and we'll hold through our goal. The vision is all, we belong to the old. We say the saints of our choosing, why should we risk losing? We cool, 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 cool.
Sweet Jesus, how'd you like to try and borrow $1 from one of them? You want another rum, General?
Chairman, Lord, I ain't even a corporal.
Yeah, well, what does the Army know? Hey, keep your seats, gentlemen. It's your rule. Too damn hot to work. What's it like out there, General?
You probably know more than me.
Huh? Sitting in here? Jesus, oh no. This last late find out what's going on. I'm aiming to join up. What you talking about? You ain't got to join up. You're in the Congress.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, you don't see them running off to get killed, do you? They show off fine ones for singing others, I'll tell you that.
Who sits here?
Mr. Roger Sherman from Connecticut and Mr. Johnson Witherspoon from New Jersey. Where you from, Jim?
Watertown,
Where the hell is that?
Massachusetts.
Well, you belong down there. But be careful, sir. Something about that chair makes the man awful noisy.
Well, you seen any fighting?
Sure did. I see my two best friends get shot dead on the very same day. Right on the village green it was, too. And when they didn't come home for supper, their moms went down the hill looking for them. Miss Lowell, she found Timothy right off, but Miss Pick, she looked near half the night for William to see him. Gone, crawled off the green before he died.
Mama, hey mama, come looking for me. I'm here in the meadow by the red maple tree. Mama, hey mama, look sharp here by me. Hey, hey, mama, look sharp. Them soldiers, they fired. Oh,
find Billy beneath the maple tree. And never again will you whisper to me, hey, hey, oh mama, look sharp.
Very well, thank you, Mr. Thompson. The Secretary will now read the report of the Declaration Committee.
A declaration by the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress assembled. When, in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitled them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Jefferson, we're back, and we got Maryland. Well, at least we will, as soon as Chase and Carroll get through telling the Maryland Assembly what we saw in New Brunswick.
They're in Annapolis right now, describing a ragtag group of provincial militiamen who couldn't train together, drill together, march together. But when they saw a flock of ducks fly over and realized they hadn't seen their first full meal in 3 days, sweet Jesus, could they shoot together? It was a slaughter.
And a reading of the Declaration.
Oh, how far have they got?
To render the military superior to and independent of the civil power.
Superior of and independent to.
Well, there's nothing to fear. It's a masterpiece, and I'm to be congratulated.
You?
For making him write it. It's a masterpiece, I say. They will cheer every word, every letter.
I wish I felt that way.
I believe I can put it better. Now, the 10 aspirant friend, our Declaration Committee, for this I see immortality in Philadelphia City. A farmer, a lawyer, and a sage, a bit galley in the leg. You know, it's quite bizarre to think that here we are, playing midwives to an egg.
Egg? What egg?
America, birth of a new nation.
If only we could be sure of what kind of a bird it's going to be.
Tom here has a point. What sort of bird should we choose as the symbol for our new country?
The eagle.
The duck.
The turkey.
The eagle.
The dove.
The eagle.
The turkey.
The eagle is a majestic bird.
The eagle is a scavenger, thief, and coward, and the source of 10 centuries of European mischief.
And the turkey?
The turkey is a noble bird, a native of America, a symbol of truth and justice, a source of sustenance to our early settlers. An incredibly brave fellow who would not flinch at the chance to charge an entire English regiment single-handedly. Therefore, the symbol of our new America shall be
the eagle.
The eagle.
We're waiting for the chirp, chirp, chirp of an eaglet being born. Waiting for the chirp, this humid Monday morning in this congressional incubator.
God knows the temperature was hot enough at the stove, let alone an egg.
We're waiting for the scratch, scratch, scratch of the tiny little fellow, waiting for the egg to hatch on this humid Monday morning in this congressional incubator. God knows the temperature's hot enough to hatch a stove.
But will it hatch an egg?
A masterpiece. The Declaration will be a masterpiece and a triumph, I tell you. A triumph! If I was ever sure of anything in my life, I'm sure of that. A triumph! And, well, if it isn't, we still have 4 days left to think of something else. The eagle's going to crack the shell of the egg that England laid. Yes, sir, we can tell on this humid Monday morning in this congressional incubator. And just here is written, though the shell may belong to Great Britain, the eagle inside belongs to us. And just as Tom here is written, we say to hell with Great Britain, the eagle inside belongs to us.
And that as free and independent states, they have the power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states do. And for the support of this declaration, we mutually pledge to our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
Very well. Thank you, Mr. Thompson. The Congress has heard the report of the Declaration Committee. Are there any who would wish to offer any amendments, changes, or alterations?
Mr. President.
Gentlemen, please. McNair, you better open the window. Mr. McKean.
Tom! You've written a body paper, but somewhere in it you've mentioned Scottish and other foreign mercenaries sent to destroy us. Scottish, Tom!
It's in reference to a Highland unit which stood against us at Boston.
It's more likely Germans wear kilts to disguise their being there. Tom, I ask you kindly to remove the word so as to avoid giving offense to a good people.
Mr. Jefferson?
Mr. President.
Mr. Jefferson, nowhere do you mention the Supreme Being. Certainly this was an oversight, for how could we hope to achieve a victory without his help? Therefore, I must suggest the following addition to your final sentence. With a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence.
Mr. President.
Mr.
President.
Among your charges against the king, Mr. Jefferson, you accuse him of depriving us of the benefits of trial by jury. That is untrue, sir. In Delaware, we have always had trial by jury.
In Massachusetts, we have not.
Then I suggest the words be added in many cases.
Mr. Jefferson?
In many cases, I suppose every time you hear those three little birds, your puny chest will swell up with pride at your great historical contradiction.
It's more memorable than your unprincipled whitewash of that race of barbarians.
Mr. Reed, Colonel McKean, that is enough.
President.
President.
President Hopkins.
No objection, Johnny. I'm just trying to get a drink.
McNair, give him a rum.
Mr. President.
Mr. President.
Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Jefferson, I beg you to remember that we still have friends in England. I see no purpose in antagonizing them with such phrases as enemies of war and unfeeling brethren. Our quarrel is with the British Crown, not the British people.
Be sensible, Bartlett. Remove those phrases and the entire paragraph becomes meaningless. And it so happens those words are among the most poetic and beautiful in the entire document.
Mr. Adams, we are a Congress, not a literary society. I ask that the entire passage be stricken.
Mr. Jefferson?
Good God, Jefferson, when are you going to speak up for your own work?
I had hoped the work would speak for itself.
Mr. Hancock.
Mr. McNair, what is it?
I can't say I'm very fond of the United States of America as a new name for a country.
I don't care what you're fond of, Mr. McNair. You're not a member of this Congress. Mr. Sherman.
Brother Jefferson, I noted at least two direct and distinct references to the British Parliament in your declaration. Do you think it wise to alienate that august body in light of our contention that they have never had any direct authority over us anyway?
This is a revolution, damn it! We're going to have to offend somebody.
John.
Well, have you heard what they're doing to it? Have you heard?
Yes, John, I've heard. You're going to give yourself an attack of apoplexy if you're not careful.
And so far, it's only been our friends. Can you imagine what our enemies will do?
The word Parliament will be removed wherever it occurs.
They won't be satisfied until they remove one of the F's from Jefferson's name.
Courage, John. It won't last much longer.
Mr. Jefferson, I have very little interest in this paper of yours because I do believe that we've heard all but the last of it. But I am curious about one thing. Why do you refer to King George as a tyrant?
Because he is a tyrant.
Let me remind you, sir, that this tyrant is still your king.
When a king becomes a tyrant, he hereby breaks the contract binding his subjects to him.
How so?
By taking away their rights.
Rights that came from him in the first place.
All except one, Mr. Dickinson. The right to be free comes from nature.
Mr. Wilson, do we in Pennsylvania consider King George a tyrant?
Well, I don't know. No. He's not a tyrant. Not in Pennsylvania, anyway.
There you are, Mr. Jefferson. Your declaration does not speak for us all. I demand that the word tyrant be removed.
Very well.
Just a moment, Mr. Thompson. I do not consent. The king is a tyrant whether we say so or not. We might as well say so.
I just scratched it out.
Then scratch it back in.
Put it back, Mr. Thompson. The king will remain a tyrant.
President.
Mr. Hughes.
Mr. Jefferson. Nowhere, sir, do you mention deep-sea fishing rights.
Good God, fishing rights? How long is this piddling to go on? By my count, we've made 85 separate changes and the removal of nearly 400 words. Would you beat and whip it until it loses its spirit? I tell you, this document is a masterful expression of the American mind.
There are no more changes then. I can assume that the report of the Declaration Committee has been...
Mr. President! Mr. President, perhaps we could prevail upon Mr. Thompson to read a small portion of Jefferson's Declaration, the one that reads, "He waged cruel war."
Mr. Thompson?
Let's see, he has affected, he has combined, he has abdicated, he has blundered, he has constrained, he has excited, he has incited. Oh, and here it is, he has waged cruel war. He has waged cruel war against human nature itself in the persons of a distant people who never offended him, captivating them and carrying them into slavery in another hemisphere, determined to keep open a market where men should be bought and sold. He has prostituted.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. That will suffice. Now, Mr. Jefferson, I can't quite seem to make out what it is you're talking about.
Slavery, Mr. Rutledge.
Ah, I understand. So you're referring to us as slaves to the king?
No, sir. I'm referring to our slaves. Black slaves.
Ah, black slaves. Well, why didn't you just say so? Were you trying to hide your meaning?
No, sir.
So just another literary license, then.
If you like.
I don't like it at all. In the Deep South, specifically in South Carolina, black slavery has become a peculiar way of life and a cherished institution.
Nevertheless, it must be abolished. There's nothing more certainly written in the Book of Fate than that this people shall be free.
I am not concerned with the Book of Fate, Mr. Jefferson. What I am concerned with is what's in this little paper of yours.
That little paper concerns freedom for Americans.
Americans now! Mr. Adams is calling our black slaves Americans, are they?
They are. They're people and they're here. If there was any other requirement, I've never heard of it.
They are here, yes, Mr. Adams, but they are not people. They are property.
No, sir, these are people who are being treated as property. I'm telling you, the laws of human nature are deeply wounded by this infamous practice.
Then see to it your own wounds, Mr. Jefferson.
I have already resolved to release my slaves, Mr. Rutledge.
Then in the same, you have resolved the ruination of your personal economy.
Economy, always economy. There's more to this than a filthy purse string, Rutledge. It's an offense against man and God.
It's a stinking business, Mr. Rutledge. A stinking business.
Oh, is it really?
Then what's that I smell floating down from you?
Could it be the smell of hypocrisy? Our northern brethren are feeling a bit tender towards our slaves. They don't own slaves. Oh, no, sir. But they're more than willing to be considerable carriers of our slaves to others. They are willing for the shilling, or haven't you heard, Mr. Edwards? Think. Oh, lasses strong to slaves. Oh, what a beautiful waltz. You dance with us, we dance with you in the lasses and rum and slaves. Who sail the ships out of Boston, laden with Bibles and scrum? Who raise a toast to the Ivory Coast? Hail Africa, the slavers have come. New England with Bibles. So we're talking about Bibles. Take on the slaves, click, click. Then hail and farewell to the smell of the African. Oh,
dance to the sound of a profitable pound in molasses and rum and slaves who sail the ships like Guinea, laden with wines and slaves. Just Boston can boast, West Indies coast, Jamaica with not much he craves, and tea craves. We brought Bibles and slaves. Gentlemen, you mustn't think that our northern friends merely view our slaves as figures on the ledger. Oh, no, sir. They view them as figures on the back. Look at the faces in the auction, gentlemen. White faces on African wolves. Put them in ships. Cram them in the ships. Stuff them in the ships. Hurry, gentlemen. Let the auction begin. Look at the faces, gentlemen. White faces. Black gold, living gold. Gold from Angola. Blackbird for sale. Shante. Evil, 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 evil. Blackbird for sale. Look at the faces in the crowd, gentlemen. White faces, New England faces, seafaring faces, faces from Nantucket, Boston, Boston, Boston. Blackbird for sale. Handle them, fondle them, but don't finger them. They're prime, they're prime, they're prime.
For the love of God, Mr. Rutledge, please!
Molasses to rum to slaves. Sail the ships back to Boston, laden with gold, see it gleam. Most fortunes are made in the triangle trade. Hail slavery, the New England dream. Mr. Adams, I give you a toast. Hail Boston, hail Charleston, who's stinking the
Don't worry, they'll be back.
To put us down.
It's done! Adams, Franklin, I have it. The whole Maryland Assembly has approved it. I told them about the greatest military engagement in history against a flock of... What's the matter?
You'll have to forgive them, Mr. Chase. They've just suffered a minor setback. And after all, what does a man profit in if he gain Maryland and lose the entire South? Matthew chapter 16, verse 26.
McNair.
I know. The flag.
No. A rum.
Well, what are we just sitting around for? We're wasting precious time. I need you to ride down into Delaware, fetch back Caesar Rodney.
John, It's 80 miles on horseback, and he's a dying man.
No, he's a patriot.
It's 80 miles. 80 miles.
You can do it. Leave now.
What a bastardly bunch we are. Hopeless, pitiful. The South's done us in. The South's done us in.
Well, what if they change their minds? Can we get Delaware without Reed? Rodney? Stephen?
Johnny, I'm going to the tavern. If there's anything I can do for you there, let me know.
Chase, Carroll, Bartlett.
John, what's the use? The vote's tomorrow morning.
There's less than a full day left.
Roger. Face facts, Joe. It's done.
I'm sorry, John. I'm sorry. There's no other way, John. We have to do away with the slavery clause.
What are you saying, Franklin?
It's a luxury item we cannot afford.
A luxury. 500,000 souls in chains, and Dr. Franklin calls it a luxury. Maybe you should have walked out with the South.
You forget yourself, sir. I formed the first anti-slavery society on this continent.
Don't wave your credentials at me. Perhaps it's time you renewed them.
The issue here is independence. Maybe you forgot that fact, but I haven't. How dare you jeopardize what we've worked so hard for? These men, whether you agree with them or disagree with them, they're not ribbon clerks to be ordered about. They're proud, accomplished men, the cream of their colonies. And whether you like it or not, they and the people they represent will be a part of this great nation. So either learn to live with them or pack up and go home. In any case, stop acting like a Boston fishwife.
What have I come to? John Adams, the great John Adams, the wise man of the East. What have I come to? My law practice, down the pike, my farm mortgaged to the hilt. At a stage in life when other men prospered, I'm reduced to living in Philadelphia. Philadelphia! Oh, Abigail, Abigail. What am I going to do?
Do, John?
I need your help.
You don't usually ask for my advice.
Yes, well, there doesn't appear to be anyone else right now.
Very well, John. What is it?
The entire South has walked out of this Congress. General Washington is at the point of complete annihilation. And this precious cause with which I have devoted these several years has come to nothing. And it seems that I am obnoxious and disliked.
Nonsense, John.
That I have lost touch with reality.
Foolishness, John.
That I am pig-headed.
Oh, well, there you have me, John. I'm afraid you are pig-headed.
Has it been any kind of life for you, Abby? God knows I haven't given you much.
I've never asked for more. After all, I am Mrs. John Adams. That's quite enough for a lifetime.
Is it?
Think of it, John. To be married to the man that's always first in line to be hanged.
Ah, yes. The agitator. Why, Abby? I must know. I must know why. I know I've always been dissatisfied. I can admit that. But lately it seems that the discontentment rises in my throat and floods my brain so much that I'm afraid there is no longer a dream, but only the discontentment.
know so little of yourself and know so little of me that you would think that I would marry the man that you've described? Have you forgotten what you once told me? Commitment, Abby, commitment. There are only two people of any value on the face of the earth. That's the ones with commitment and those that require the commitment of others. Do you remember, John?
Mr. Adams! Mr. Adams!
What? What?
This is for you.
What is it? What's in it? Who sent this? No, John, you're the President of Congress, and you're a good man. Stay that way. Mr. Thompson, out of curiosity, do you stand with Mr. Dickinson, or do you stand with me?
I stand with the General. Lately, I've had the honest feeling he's been writing to me. I stand with him. I have been in expectation of receiving a reply on the subject of my last 15 dispatches. Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Is anybody there? Your
you hungry, John?
No, I think I'll stay.
Good night.
Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Does anybody see what I see? They want me to quit. They say, John, give up the fight. But to England I say, good night forever, good night. For I have crossed the Rubicon. Let the bridge be burned behind me. Come what may, come what may. Commitment! The croakers all say, we rule the day. There'll be hell to pay in fiery purgatory. Through all the gloom, I can see the rays of ravishing light and glory. Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Does anybody see what I see? I see fireworks. I see the pageant and play. I hear the bells ring out. I hear the cannons roar. I see Americans, all Americans free, how quiet the chamber is. How silent the chamber is. Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Does anybody see what I see?
Yes, Mr. Adams, I do.
Oh, Dr. Hall, I didn't know anyone was listening.
I didn't mean to startle you. I couldn't sleep. I'm trying to resolve my dilemma. I remember something I once read. A representative owes the people not only his industry, but also his judgment. It was written by Edmund Burke, a member of the British Parliament.
hunting season. And God bless you, sir. Call the roll, Mr. Thompson. And gentlemen, may I remind you that one day's vote will stop everything.
New Hampshire!
New Hampshire says yay.
New Hampshire says yay! Massachusetts!
Massachusetts says yay.
Massachusetts says yay! Rhode Island!
Rhode Island says yay.
Rhode Island says yay! Connecticut!
Connecticut says yay.
Connecticut says yay! New York!
New York abstains courteously.
New York abstains!
Courteously.
New Jersey!
New Jersey says yay.
New Jersey says yay! Pennsylvania! Pennsylvania!
Mr. Secretary, Pennsylvania is not yet ready. Please come back to us.
Pennsylvania passes! Delaware!
Delaware, by majority vote, says yay.
Delaware says yay! Maryland!
Maryland says yay.
Maryland says yay! Virginia!
Virginia says yay.
Virginia says yay! North Carolina!
North Carolina yields to South Carolina.
South Carolina!
Well, Mr. Adams,
Well, Mr. Rutledge,
you must indeed will hold up my promise.
what do you want,
For
Rutledge?
you to remove the offending passage.
If we did that, we would be guilty of the very thing with which we are rebelling against.
Nevertheless, I will now bury all dreams of independence. Out.
Have courage, John. I beg you.
Mark me.
Look at what you're doing.
Franklin, if we give in on this, posterity will never forgive us.
Well, that's possibly true. We won't be here to hear it. It's long gone. Besides, what will posterity think we were? Demigods? We're men, no more, no less, trying to start a new nation with greater odds than a more favorable God would allow. Independence, America, first things first, because without that, what's difference does the rest make?
Say something, Jefferson.
What else is there to say?
I don't know. You wrote it.
I wrote all of it, Mr. Adams.
There it is. You've got your slavery. And little good may it do you. Now vote, damn you.
Mr. Secretary, the fine colony of South Carolina says, yay.
South Carolina says yay!
North Carolina says
North Carolina says yay! Thanks, Mr. Hughes. Georgia!
Georgia says yay.
Georgia says yay! Pennsylvania, second call!
Mr. President, Pennsylvania regrets all of the inconvenience that such distinguished men as Adams, Jefferson, and Franklin have been put to just now. They might have kept that document intact for all the difference they will make. Mr. President, Pennsylvania says...
Mr. President, hold on. I request that my delegation be polled.
Dr. Franklin, don't be absurd.
A poll, Mr. President. It's a proper request.
Yes, it is. Hold delegation, Mr. Thompson.
Dr. Benjamin Franklin.
Yay.
Mr. John Dickinson.
Hey!
Mr. James Wilson. Judge Wilson.
There you have it, Mr. Wilson. The idea of American independence rests squarely on your shoulders. A new nation, ready to be born or die at birth, all on your say-so. But your decision, Mr. Wilson, every map maker in the world is waiting.
Now, James, nothing has changed. We mustn't let Dr. Franklin create one of his confusions. The question is clear.
All questions are clear when someone else has to answer them.
It would be a pity for a man who has handed down hundreds of wise decisions from the bench to be remembered for the one unwise decision he made while in Congress.
James, everyone is waiting. The secretary has called for your vote.
Please don't push me, John. I know what you want me to do, but Mr. Adams is correct about one thing. I'll be the one who's remembered by it.
What do you mean?
I am different from you, John. I am different from the rest of these men here. I don't want to be remembered. I just don't want responsibility.
Well, whether you want it or not, James, there's no way of avoiding it.
Well, not necessarily. If I vote with the rest of these men, I'll just be one name among dozens. No one is ever going to remember the name James Wilson, but I vote with you. I might go down in history as being the man who prevented American independence. I'm sorry, John, I just didn't bargain for that.
Is that how nations are formed? By a non-entity trying to preserve the anonymity that he so richly deserves?
Revolutions often come into this world like bastard children, Mr. Jefferson. Half compromised, half improvised. Our side is providing the compromise. Judge Wilson here providing the rest.
I'm sorry, John. My vote is yay.
Yay! With the count being 12-0 with one abstention, the resolution on independence is adopted!
Mr. Thompson, is the declaration ready to be signed?
It is.
Then I suggest we do so. And the chair further proposes, for our mutual security and protection, that no man remain in this Congress without attaching his name to it.
I'm sorry, Mr. President. I cannot, in good conscience, sign such a document. I will never stop hoping for our eventual reconciliation with England. But because, in my own way, I regard America no less than does Mr. Adams. I will join the army, and I will fight in her defense. Though I believe that fight to be hopeless. Goodbye, gentlemen. Goodbye.
Gentlemen of the Congress, I say ye, John Dickinson.
Gentlemen, are there any objections to the declaration being approved as it stands now?
Mr. President, I have one.
You, Mr. Adams?
Yes, Mr. Jefferson. It so happens the word is unalienable, not inalienable.
I'm sorry, Miss Adams. Inalienable is correct.
I happen to be a Harvard graduate.
And I attended William and Mary, Miss Adams.
Well, gentlemen, please. Mr. Jefferson, will you yield to Mr. Adams' request?
Very well, then, I withdraw it.
Oh, good for you, John.
I will speak to the printer about it later.
Very well, gentlemen. We're about to enter a storm on a paper skip. Where this ends up, only God knows.
That's a pretty big signature, Johnny.
So King George can see it without his glasses on. All right, gentlemen, step up. Don't miss your chance to commit treason.
No, he's right. This paper is our passport to the gallows. We must all hang together, or we will certainly hang separately.
You may well be correct, Dr. Franklin. But in my case, hanging won't be so bad. It will be over in a moment. Just like that. But Mr. Reed, I'm afraid you'll be doing a dance for quite some time, long after I'm gone.
Gentlemen, forgive me if I don't join in your marriage. But if we were to get arrested right now, my name is the only one on the damn thing.
From the commander, Army of the United Colonies, Army of the United States. In New York, dispatch number 1209. To the Honorable John Hancock, President, dear sir. I can now report with some certainty that the eve of battle in New York is near at hand. Toward this end, I have ordered the evacuation of Manhattan and directed our defenses to take up stronger positions on the Brooklyn Heights. At the present time, my forces consist entirely of Haslets, Delaware militia, and small woods Marylanders. A total of 5,000 troops to stand against 25,000 of the enemy. And I begin to notice that many of them are lads under 15 and old men, none of whom could be truly called soldiers. One personal note to Mr. Lewis Morris of New York. I must regretfully report that his estates have been totally destroyed, but that I have taken the liberty of transporting Miss Morris and 8 of the children to Connecticut and safety. The 4 older boys are now enlisted in the Continental Army. As I write these words, the enemy is plainly in sight beyond the river. How it will end, only Providence can direct. But dear God, what brave men I shall lose before this business ends. Your obedient G. Washington.
Very well, gentlemen. McNair, go ring the bell.
Mr. President,
Mr. Morris.
the hell with New York. I'll sign it anyway.
Thank you, Mr. Morris. Steve, sit down.
No! I want to remember every man's face as he signs.
Very well. Mr. Thompson.
New Hampshire, Dr. Josiah Bartlett. Massachusetts, Mr. John Adams. Rhode Island, Mr. Stephen Hopkins.
My hand trembles. but my heart does not.
Connecticut, Mr. Roger Sherman. New York, Mr. Lewis Morris. New Jersey, Reverend Jonathan Witherspoon.
God bless